I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is recorded today. Also pay respects to the elders past and present, and extend that respect to any other Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who may be listening today. This is Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast designed to give an insightful look into the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Welcome back, Melanation. I'm Ri'chard.
And I'm Nicole.
And this is Melanated in Melbourne.
Melanated in Melbourne. Hello.
We are back after our mid-season premiere.
Yay.
It has been 10 weeks since we were last in the booth.
10 whole weeks.
And a lot of life has happened.
A whole lot.
There's one particular item that's fresh, that's pressing on my mind that I absolutely have to talk about. There's now two citizens in the booth at this very moment.
Finally, yes, I have officially become an Australian citizen. It is finally happening. Happening? Happy?
It is finally happened.
It's finally happened.
It's happening to you.
I'm so grateful, but I'm still getting scam calls from random numbers telling me that my visa papers or something going on with them, and I'm just like, please quit playing on my phone.
Mine too. The Chinese embassy think I left some kind of package, and I'm like, baby girl, I've never been to China.
I ain't never
Not
been.
to race to China, just to race with China.
Yes, big thick vagina. None of it. None of it. Stop scam calls, please.
Let it be. I mean, it is very much an Australian thing, like robo-debt and all these other schemes. They love a scheme. They love for you to just show up at their house and sell you something. They don't, but they allow it. They won't. In America, you'd get shot. Like, you would get blocked, you'd get shot. They would hunt you down for bothering them. I'm like, who are you? I've got a special set of skills.
I mean, like, I know that they have, like, phone scams and stuff in the States posing as banks and being like, or I've gotten texts that have been like, this is PayPal, like, your authorized, purchase or something like that. And I'm, like, looking at this and I'm like, dang, they are getting mad creative. Mm-hmm. They are getting really, really creative with it. But enough.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think at this point that I'm actually getting actual scam things, but I'm ignoring them because I'm just like, I don't know if this is real or if it's a scam trying to tell me you scam me and I log in and then you scam me.
Correct.
And like right now, what was it? OpenAI just hacked another AI system. Like, we reached their security to see if we could. I'm like,
so nuts.
So everything is messed up and everything is crazy, but at least I got my Gmail.
Yeah,
at least I got my Gmail.
I don't even understand anymore. Like, I really, really don't. So, anywho.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And it's a running joke that now has to die. Like, there's been how's your application going? Being on page 1 to secretly doing the whole thing and then just text me one day and be like, I'm doing my citizenship test tomorrow. And I'm like, hello?
Yes. I was like, let me go ahead and get this done. The real big, impetus for me getting it done was the fact that my PR, my residency, was running out in June. And I was like, well, I could reapply for it, pay that money, or I can just do this one thing for the very, very last time and never have to be bothered with it again.
Time.
And my citizenship ceremony was really lovely. It was just up in Preston. It was like a really bittersweet feeling that I wasn't necessarily expecting because I was like happy that it was taken care of. But I had, just mixed emotions. The first thing you know is where you're born before anything else, before your name. You know what I mean? So the first label I ever got was American. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is something that's going to be changing today. And thinking about where the country is now and the hope of things getting better, and it doesn't necessarily seem that way. So it was a very murky feeling for me. And when I got to the citizenship ceremony, I was sitting next to this girl, and I was like, oh, who did you come with? And she's like, I actually came by myself. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, well, I'm happy to take a picture of you. And she was a bit reluctant. She was just like, she's like, oh, I don't really know. And I was like, oh, but don't you kind of want to commemorate it? Might as well. And she was just like, well, I'm having complicated feelings about today because I'm Indian and I have to renounce my citizenship at home. So she has to give it up entirely. And she felt like she was almost turning her back on her family. So we kind of commiserated over that. But I told her, I was like, you know what? We have to do what's best for our life, and we're not turning our back on anything. We are living the immigrant's dream of going to a new land to build a better life for ourselves. And she was so beautiful. She's really lovely. We followed each other on Instagram. She was really darling. And then the funniest thing happened after we did the pledge. They were trying to play Advance Australia Fair, and they were trying to play the music, and for some reason it wouldn't work. And then kind of in the movies when they're like, is there a doctor in the house? They were like, is there a singer in the house? And I was like, oh.
Don't make me sing.
And I started to walk up to the front, and then I was just like, I don't know this song. And I turned back around and walked back. And then the mayor was like, well, sorry, everybody. I don't think we're going to be able to sing this song. And you felt everybody be like, not that I love the national anthem that much, but it's such a part of the ceremony.
Yeah.
And everybody in there, the new, fresh Australian citizens, you could tell that they were really looking forward to this moment because this kind of signifies everything that we have been chasing for these past few years. So we sang it a cappella. We sang it with no music whatsoever. Keys were all, honey, the tone, the Tone Ranger was in.
The Alicia Keys of it all.
Like we were singing all over the place. But I was like, if this isn't the absolute embodiment of an immigrant's journey of being like not having everything that you need, but making it work anyways, I just felt like it was pretty fitting for what it was. And then, me and my husband went to get banh mi afterwards.
Yes. Multicultural.
Yes, exactly. So it was a really lovely day. And then we went out dancing that night.
We sure did. One of our friends, Jordan, also had a ceremony around the area. And I'm like, Nicole just told me about that test a while ago. It's got to be soon. Yeah. I text her being like, oh, yeah, it's this morning. I'm going to do this. I'm like, today? Yes. It's happening today. I'm like, all right, we'll do this. Like scrambles in the bat signal. I'm like, y'all, we're dancing. Nicole's a citizen. I'm like,
I'm finally a citizen. I just wanted to pop out with it.
Pop out.
I wanted to pop out and show niggas. I just wanted it all to be done. I wanted it to be done because I think I was literally... I was closing in on my expiration date on my PR, so I was like, I really need to get this done.
Again, I said it before, but I'm very proud of you for like locking down because like it's an annoying process, but it's all like once you get done, you're like, oh shit, that actually was easier than like stressing about it for the time period. So like, and it's always that way. That executive function can be like, I know I could do this thing. I'm dreading it. I hate it so much, but you do. I'm like, oh, that was 15 minutes. And I've been stressing myself sick.
So much. And then, like, even the test was like, I was terrified of that. My husband had me up the night before being like, you need to know all the state flags. And we're looking up, and I'm like, what the fuck is kangaroo paw? And I learned all that for nothing. They didn't ask me about no flowers on the test. Not a damn thing. They didn't ask me about no flower. I know what a golden wattle is, but like they didn't ask me any of that. I actually did the test in 5 minutes, but I did not hit submit. I kept going over each
it
one
plays with you
over and over again.
I did the same thing. I was like, I realized I got there last and there was a room full of people. So I was like, oh, I finished in 5 minutes. I'm like, no, this doesn't make any sense. Like, how are these people still here?
Okay.
And I did mine. So I started double checking too. I'm like, maybe I misread this. Maybe I did this backwards. And I pressed submit and I got 100%. I'm like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I missed one and I was like, but I was sitting there for such a while, for such a time that the people walking around and make sure you weren't cheating or anything. Like the guy came up to me and was like, you can hit submit. And I had like tears streaming down my face. I was like, I just need to make sure.
I don't want to do it again.
Because the woman next to me did it in like a few minutes. And they were like, oh, congratulations. You will have a citizenship ceremony and everything like that. And she was like, oh, good, done and dusted. Homeboy sitting next to me, though, he failed the shit out of his test. Oh. And they came over to him and they were just like, sir, you have failed. They're like, you're going to have to reset the test. And he was just sitting there like just... Like, you could see the buffering symbol. Like, he didn't understand that he had failed it. Oh. And they're like, we're going to give you some reading material to do reading material. He was just frozen in time. So I was just like...
Tragic.
But yeah, I'm glad it all worked out.
Oh, good.
Glad it all worked out.
What have you been up to in the last 10 weeks other than that? Because obviously that was a major milestone, but you're also doing... multiple branches of things.
Yes, I've been hitting the stand-up comedy scene really, really hard. I've been like just performing at open mics, and now she's trying to rise her way to the paid gigs because the way this economy is set up needs the money. But last week I had one of my biggest shows, which went pretty well until it didn't.
I was curious if you were going to tell this story, so I didn't want to put it on my list.
It's weird. Okay, so the reason why I'm having pause about this is because being a comedian is a lot like being a cop at times, where people are just like, you can't snitch on other comedians. It's this brotherhood. We're barely getting paid. What kind of brotherhood do y'all want me to uphold? Especially every single time that I have a conversation with these male comedians and stuff, they're always telling me, they're like, oh, you need to create from a place of darkness. You can only really be funny from a place of darkness. And I'm just like, you're doing a joke about stepping on your own nuts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is, like, I don't understand.
That's slapstick at best.
Right?
Like Krusty the Clown, sit down.
I don't understand. And, like, not even to have a go at somebody's joke or bit. But they're always just like, you got to create from a place of darkness. The city didn't know who I was until I picked up the mic. Motherfucker, you ain't Batman. And you damn sure not the Joker. Like, why don't you, like, just calm down and let people do their thing? So I did well until the headliner went up there and acted a fool, honey. It was a mess. But it's this whole thing where you're not allowed to talk about other comedians and what they've done. But just know it was some foolishness.
And I'm glad you said that, because my question was similar to, because I know you said you were like working into getting the paid gigs. Yeah. Is there like a barrier to just doing, like the same way we do our own events? Like, is there a, like, oh, you can't do this because stepping on so-and-so's toes? Or could you be like, me and my friends are funny, I'm booking this venue, we're having a comedy show. Like, is there, do you have to go check with the comedy gods, the comedy council?
I ain't checking shit with nobody. So to answer your question, no. Because I said this to, shout out to Tillahan in Comics Lounge. He also goes by Joe White. He's an Ethiopian Australian. So when he first came here, everybody was telling him how hard his name was to pronounce. So on the first day of school, he went up to the teacher. He's like, oh, I know it's spelled Tillahan, but it's actually pronounced Joe. And that's what he said to the teacher. So he goes by Joe White. But he's the one who gave me a shot with one of his rooms. And I told him, I was like, you know, I'm new to the game. I know I probably have to like wait in line or wait for my chance and stuff like that. And he was like, there is no line. People would step over their own grandmother to get to a gig and to get in front of somebody else. So it's a complete rat race. So it is just survival of the fittest, get in where you can. It's nice having communities like the Comedy Writers Group. Shout out to them. Big fan of them because Marcel Blanche DeWilt was my comedy teacher and is currently my coach as well. And he's fostering a more inclusive environment where we actually get to help each other and collaborate, and it's more open to everyone because the old guard of comedy is like, you know, they're still punching down. They're still punching down and making jokes at other people's expenses. And a lot of the time, those jokes aren't even funny.
Yeah,
I'll say it.
Imagine being hateful and it's not good.
Like, and it's, like, for real.
Like, not to say the problematic comedy is good, but sometimes they be hidden. Like, it's even when it's like stuff like, if it's a joke towards me, I'm like, damn, you got me there. Like, at least be funny. Like, first of all, punching down trash. Second of all, imagine not being funny with it, too.
Imagine not
like,
being funny
now you're just like an
with it.
asshole on stage.
Correct. And I saw it happen in real time where somebody just got really transphobic, homophobic, and misogynist all within the same time. And
damn, double homicide.
Like triple. Like, it was crazy. And then you could even feel the room, who wasn't necessarily that progressive, but you could even feel them in the room be like,
It's like, I'm pretty sure this is wrong.
Yeah,
like,
this is awful. Like, nobody was having a good time.
I can excuse racism.
Yeah,
but it's
like,
like,
draw the line. Like, it was,
What do you mean you can excuse racism?
It was nuts. It was so nuts, and it changed the atmosphere of the room. And then this person was only supposed to perform for 30 minutes, but because they had dug themselves in such a deep a hole, they had us there for an hour and 10 minutes.
A mess.
It was crazy.
Let it be.
On a Tuesday?
On a Tuesday.
On a school night? We were held hostage.
I would have kicked down the door. Is this fire exit? It's about to be a fire. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It was so nuts. But I think in those experiences, I learned at least what not to do. Not that I wasn't going to do anything like that, but you can just tell how it is when somebody is just like, well, I'm right, you're wrong. And I'm like, I can say whatever I want. And it's just like, no, because, you know, at the end of the day, the audience, like, it's for them. It's for them. Not that you're supposed to do everything to make everybody laugh, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, it's a dialogue. It's supposed to be an enjoyable experience. Like, it's supposed to be like a back and forth. But when these people are just coming in like a wrecking ball, just being like, well, I'm going to say whatever I want. It's like, it's not really that enjoyable of an experience. So
I think we should start booing people again.
Listen, bring out the tomatoes.
Right.
I wish I had a tomato or a
Get
radish.
the Sandman with his little hook.
A hardened onion would have done me some good.
Right. Let it sit outside and get some hair.
It was nuts. Well, and the worst part was that comedian, he was actually really nice to me. Like, before, he was probably the only comedian that night, because the rest of them were not wanting to talk to me because I was the only woman there. I had just started in comedy, and so they were just kind of like, all right, we'll see how you go, kind of thing. But then he was like the only one that was like nice to me. So it was a real tailspin when he ended up doing this awful thing on stage, and I was like, okay, I can't win. Yeah. I was like, I can't win.
No, that actually leads really well into my personal rant, because one of the things that I've been feeling, especially like in the lead up to, honestly, since our event, which I'll plug a little bit as well. I found a crusade. Like whenever people are online, they talk about having your brand and the thing that you are for.
Brand.
And I realized a while ago that my brand has been staring me in the face. I'm going to kill tall poppy syndrome. Like I'm personally, anyone that says they've got this idea, I'm like, oh, I want to do this thing, but I think there's this. And like when Joe White told you that there is no line, like there is no barrier, there is nothing stopping you. So in 6 months, Nicole's personal comedy show, I'm manifesting this. I'm not advertising. I'm manifesting Nicole's personal comedy show.
I would love that.
Because we will, like, everything that we do, even with the events, we've done 4 incredibly successful events now, and other people are doing events too, but it doesn't mean that those events are bad or our events are bad. Like, it's our flavor, it's our sauce, and like, if people are showing up, there is a need. So anytime someone says, I've been crocheting XYZ, but I'm not, I'm just gonna grab that butt out of their mouth and be like, shut up.
Yeah.
You are wonderful, you're incredible, you can do this.
Yeah.
So death to tall poppy syndrome, count your days, because you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely over it, because I know so many incredibly talented people.
Totally.
And we're going to be doing incredible things with and for them, because that ties perfectly into my secondary point. Actually, I'll go in order. Melanated Volume 2 was a smash. Like,
yay.
It's crazy to be like, damn, we did it again, but damn, we did it again. This community, the people who showed up for a recap, Melanated Volume 2 was kind of like a R&B jazzy night. It was a Sunday in the middle of winter at a new venue in Thornbury.
Shot Kickers?
Shout out to Shot Kickers, because they were incredibly accommodating. Their green room is so cute. Like,
nice.
Rest in peace, Stay Gold. Y'all loved it, but that green room was a closet. Like, that green room was a closet. This green room had couches. This green room had, like, mirrors and, like, actual doors to be like, oh, let me go get the talent from the green room. I was like, oh, me.
Cute.
And there was a door that leads you to the stage from the green room. So it's a very cute.
That.
We'll definitely be back. The staff, they recorded the audio for us. So it's on our Patreon now if you want to check that out. But they did that without asking. And it's just a very cute space.
Fab.
They're like, hey, what a great show. I recorded that if you want. I'm like, fuck yeah. I was like,
so
thank
good.
you.
When somebody does something without you having to even request it, it's
Yes.
like being blessed.
Genuinely so blessed. 'Cause I was like, oh, because it was very much like a stress. Like a lot of things were happening at once. Some of my help got sick on the day. You were living it up on vacation. So I'm like,
I was in Tasmania.
Nicole was getting a dark mofo.
Yes, I will
but
speak about that after.
Hell yeah. And I was just like, oh, okay, you know what? At that point, I was like, whatever happens, it's going to happen. I didn't get a photographer. Some people called in sick, and I'm like, this event will still happen. My act showed up. Everything will happen as
I'm
it does.
sorry?
No, my act showed up.
Oh,
no.
I heard X, and I was like, excuse me?
We caught up so many times
I
since
heard
then,
X,
and I was like,
child, please. What? But anywho, sorry, your act showed up. That's
the
beautiful.
act showed
That's
up.
wonderful.
The DJs were there. Everything was fine. Every fire was easily put out. So I'm like, I'm grateful for where this is. But there were so many people that, again, new faces, returning faces. I'm just like, to get 120 people on a Sunday to a new venue in the middle of winter was insane. And that point, there were some people who showed up. There was a lovely individual who will probably be on our stage at some point in the future.
Gorgeous.
He was adopted by a white family, and he was just like, this is the first time that I felt like I belonged into a space. And I'm just like, to be black in Australia, be adopted by a white family in these white spaces, never knowing where you fit, and coming to an event and just being like, this healed me, melted. My whole heart was just like, ugh. And that was one of the things that led into our next few events, because knowing that this has become a thing where people are treating us like we're an authority on things, I want to use this power to grab other hands and be like, slingshot someone else somewhere else.
Yeah.
And speaking of spotlighting people, we're about to be doing 2 things that are brand new for us and for Melbourne, essentially.
Yes.
First of all, we've been recording in the State Library for the last 3 years, and we've enjoyed the space. It's been so wonderful. But it's a very busy space, and it's hard to book into. So
hard to get bookings.
Through the profits of our last show, I've been building a home studio, which is going to allow us to record whenever we want to, and also do other people's shows, because at the core, Melanated Melbourne has been about platforming our community. Be like, hey, we are here, and I want you to see us. So as great as it is to have our guest on, to be like, this is an hour of Chantel, this is an hour of Justin, this is an hour of Jesse, this is an hour of whoever. There's so many more stories that can be told and unpicked, and it doesn't have to be us guiding it. There's different narratives that I have no experience in, Nicole has no experience in. And knowing that this was a learning curve that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, I want to share that knowledge with you guys. So we're going to be having a podcast pitch in the next few months. We're going to let you submit an opportunity to make your own podcast, to tell your story. who you are, what this show is about, and why it matters. Because there should be more Black voices out there. Like, there's still a sea of white people running around being awful and just doing whatever they want. Stop me when I lie. Like, if you look at any help on TikTok, scroll through these manosphere nonsense bullshit things, like tell more femme stories, tell more queer stories, tell more Black stories. And that's what we want to do. So we're going to be having a contest, and the winner will, first of all, come on the show and plug their show, but we're going to produce a number of episodes for you. We're going to talk you through the process of it. So it's not going to be like, here's your show, there you go. If you want to keep your show going, you will know the skills that we know to be like, oh, I'm going to keep going. Or you can hire us to help you out with editing or use our studio. We want to make this more accessible so that more people can be like, oh, I'm actually not alone in this big blue rock that is slowly melting because, But in addition, one of Nicole's incredible ideas is going to be coming to fruition in the next few months, and we're going to be having a talent show.
Yay, because that's what I want to see. I want to see. I know there's like plenty of talented people that are here, and we don't necessarily get to see their voices and their talents highlighted because not everyone gets the opportunity to do so. And then a lot of the times, like these other places, they're not necessarily going to show them or highlight them. And so I want to see it. I want to see it.
I want to see your magic trick. I want to see I want to see some juggling. I want to see a unicyclist singing, dancing, and it's just like it's a no hold bar of creative spaces, and we're just going to give people the opportunity because as much as I'm outside, I'm not going to know everybody. We're not going to meet everybody. So if we just put a call out to the universe, being like, hey, if you have a talent, you have a niche, you have a thing you want to show the world, submit your self-tape because realistically, this is your moment. This is the opportunity that we have to show people that tall poppy syndrome doesn't exist. There could be incredible talent that's just being slept on because no one's going to give someone that chance. We want to give you a first chance. You don't have to be new. You could have done multiple performances before. As long as you haven't performed on our stage before, you're welcome to apply. So we're really trying to put other people's stories first, highlight the people around us because we're surrounded by so much talent and energy and love. And the arts is going to save us as best as we can. Keep sharing the love to other people because we've received all this love. And I'm really excited. I'm so excited. That's all I have on that.
No, it's gonna be a really good time because I was talking about this last night. My girl Sasha, shout out to Sasha. She's gonna be on the pod soon. And she's an African Australian woman living here, and she's an actress as well. And Sasha was mentioning, like, what is the point in being jealous or wanting to pull down somebody else, getting angry with another Black woman for getting a role or something like that? Because it's like when you see one Black woman do it or one Black person do it, that means that we are on the rise all together because each time one of us wins, we actually all win.
It shows
because
it's
proving, it's showing, and we know that we can do it. It's the rest of these people that need to get caught up. But you know what I mean? Like when one of us wins, it's important for us to pull each person up with us because no one is like an island. And when Oprah Winfrey was on Keke Palmer's podcast, I was watching that yesterday, and Oprah was talking about her intention for her talk show because this was also the 90s. Like there was Ricki Lake, Phil Donahue, Sally Jesse Raphael. Oprah was in the mix in this whole daytime talk show battle kind of thing. And they were doing really shocking things. Like, you know, back in the day, I mean, like, it was like, you know what I mean? Like,
it would not pass
like,
the litmus test in
it
the
was just like
slightest
really,
today.
like, just shock value kind of stuff. And then after this one episode, Oprah was kind of like, you know what? I need us to get our intention. Like, I need us to figure out what our intention is with each episode. And what she wanted to do with her show and her platform was to help other people because that is what we are supposed to do. It's supposed to be a communal effort. It's supposed to help other people get on. Because I know I've been inspired by Oprah for a very, very long time. So even if it's somebody just seeing you do the thing, it's even more impactful to be like, you know what, I'm going to help this next person come through and make their dream come through as well. And it's all about intention. And when one of us wins, we all win.
Could not agree more.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And I feel like as a broken record, it's easy to feel like this is tough and I feel like it's not going to be possible. But when you look around and see all the people doing stuff, like if you look for good things, you will see them everywhere. If you look for the negativity, you will see it everywhere because you have to decide what this action, what this impact is going to be on you. Because you can get hit by a car. Hopefully you don't.
Yeah.
Or you can
it could all be gone.
And it could be gone. It could
all be gone.
And say you survive, I'm like, oh, I'll never do this. Like, babe, you could have died.
Yeah.
But you didn't die. And what are you going to do with your life now that you have this? So it's all about the way that you see these events because it's not going to get easier. Like, none of this is easy. None of this is handed to us. We fought and clawed and like sweat and perfected our craft in whatever we can. And other people are doing it too. And when we do it together, there's just something magical about it. There was an energy that you can watch a clip from the night, you can hear the audio. It can't be replicated. It's like complete strangers just all collectively being like, this is what I needed. This is the moment I needed to be in. And I want that space in so many other opportunities. So we're doing a lot of very big things. We're very excited for where this is going to be. And I'm just so excited. We're back. New setup, new camera settings. Hopefully you can tell. If you can't, you're a hater. So I'm actually very excited. One of the things that we kind of started doing is obviously with the draft pick, but we found that some of the albums that we know well, obviously it's not a very universal thing. So the Tuesday before the show, we're going to be posting Tuesday tunes. We're basically telling you the album, what it's going to be, give you a little background about it, and then you can be like, all right, cool. It's a little homework. I'm so sorry giving you homework, but it's just so you can really immerse yourself if you haven't heard the albums we talked about, because some of them are really well known. And when we get to like the emo episodes, you may have never heard that before, but you're going to learn today. So today's album I'm very excited for because it was a very emotional album for me. It was one of the first artists that I heard as an adult would be like, oh, I resonate with what you're saying, because the Black and queer experience was not heavily sang about for a while. I think he was one of the first people to be like, oh, I'm queer and I'm Black and I'm doing these things. And it's always just been like I am what I am, not like he didn't have to come out and necessarily do anything, but it's just like this album fucked me up in the best way.
Yeah, because I think like before that, like male Black queer artists were having to like kind of like hide that. I mean, obviously like Luther Vandross was a prolific singer, but unfortunately he was never like able to live in his true identity. And the only person I know that was able to do that was Sylvester, who was a very prominent like 70s disco kind of singer, but even still, I can only imagine the adversity that Sylvester encountered. So Frank was somebody who like kind of came through at a time that I feel like we were missing that. And we were first just being able to, I don't know, like get into that space, I feel.
And that was 2012, so it wasn't that long ago, but to think of, there's a lot of ways that we've progressed as a society and a lot of ways that we've regressed as a society, but this album is a timeless piece. And I know we call it our Diva draft picks, but Diva is a mindset. Diva is an energy. And if you were not telling me that Frank Ocean will drop an album, disappear for 5 years, not talk to nobody, and then come back, here you go, peasants, and then run away. If that's not Diva behavior, I don't know what
For real.
So if you haven't guessed, our album is going to be Channel Orange by Frank Ocean. Where were you when you first heard this album?
I was living in Hoboken. It was one of those ones where it was like climbing through the ranks on Twitter and everybody was talking about how amazing it was, and then had to listen to it. And sonically, it was probably something that I hadn't heard before. So it was really different in the way that it was like a bit of piano and different soundscapes and like the synths and the vocals. Yeah, it was really beautiful.
I very much agree. I was in college as well. So this is 2012. It was leading into my senior year of college. And I remember hearing it and be like, I didn't know Black people could do this. Like not to have like that thought, but as someone who grew up in a lot of white spaces, I was listening to a lot of alt punk, a lot of alt pop, a lot of very wide variety of things. And like, no one told white people they have to do one genre. They can do whatever they wanted and they can go up and high. Like a good example is Linkin Park. Like, why are you rapping and then doing Screamo 5 seconds later?
That's great.
Like white people had the ability to do whatever they wanted and have wide range in one album. And Frank Ocean was like, we can also do that. And I'm like, oh shit, you can, and you did. And I know this is technically his debut album. He had a mixtape the year before with Ultra, with like Swim Good and all that jazz. But this was the one where it's like Thinking About You, all these songs, not gonna give anything away, but this album was transformative. Like it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you think, it'll just drag you to hell and back emotionally. And then like the way it ends is the way it starts. Like it's called Start and End, but if you play it back together, just the cassette tape rewinds. And I love an album that's just a story. I don't remember who went first. Do you want to do rock, paper, scissors?
Okay, sure.
It is yours.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Pyramids because I'm like, I know, but it's like, man, what a very cool, because I love I love two-part songs.
Yes.
I love two-part songs. I love the drumming. I love the beat. I love the way that it slows down and gets sexy towards the end. Like, it's just... And it's a pro-ho story, which I also love.
Pro-ho for life.
Very, very much. Yeah, big shout out.
I knew whoever went first to get in Pyramids. Like, there's not a real fan. Not to say anyone's a poser, but there's not a real fan that doesn't know that that's the best song on the album. Like, it's by far. Yeah. And I haven't done the math, but I know on Blonde, Nights is like the halfway point. Yeah, and I think Pyramid might also be, despite it being the 10th song, because a lot of the songs before that are like 30 seconds long, and then Pyramid is 10 minutes long. So I think that shift might be halfway. Don't quote me. I did not research this, but I feel like it might be, because that's some shit Frank would do. Yeah. So we'll get Nicole for Pyramids. Yeah. That is an incredible pick. I am going to have to go Super Rich Kids.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's the one with
Earl Sweatshirt.
Earl Sweatshirt. That's right. Because my mind was saying Tyler. Tyler. But yeah. Cool.
Super Rich Kids with Nothing But Fake Friends. Yes. Like, and I remember just hearing those songs and just being like, damn, is this how other people actually live? Like,
because what was that group called with all of them?
Odd Future?
Odd Future, that's right. Yeah, they were so funny. And then they had Loiter Squad.
Yes.
Oh, that was so funny. It was like a sketch show that they had, and that was on like Cartoon Network. It was like on Adult Swim.
Was that the one where it's like, you brought me a birthday cake and my birthday cake for my birthday party, my birthday cake for my birthday?
So funny.
Happy birthday.
So funny. It was so funny. It was hilarious. There's some just goofballs.
Yeah, and
what
like,
a time.
Tyler, the creator, as well. Like, I don't know his albums as well, but I feel like that's another person who decided, like, I'm black and I'm queer, and also I'm going to make whatever the fuck music I want.
Yeah.
Like, Igor, crazy album.
Yo, very good. Earthquake is like my shit.
Like, and even on the newest one, he had a song with Doechii Balloon. Like, not the new one. Like,
yeah. The red one. Yeah. The red album.
The gray album. Actually, it's this one.
Oh,
Chromacopia.
Chromacopia was real good. And then Don't Tap the Glass. You know what? I've come around on Tyler, the Creator, because
I have as well.
It's not that I had anything against him, like nothing against him or his creativity or anything like that. I actually think he's a really awesome creator. And when I saw him at Coachella, I was like, oh, wow. Like, it was really cool. He used all of the stage. It was cool. Like, the stage dressings that he used, and then he performed, I ain't got time for you niggas. And I was like, oh, snap. And this was right before Beyonce went on, too. And I was like, yo, this is, like, really dope. And then Igor came out, and then Chromacopia came out, and then Don't Tap the Glass. And I was like, you know what? That's actually an incredible run. Yeah. It's an incredible run. And I don't think I was the target demographic per se, but his creativity and his artistry, I very much see it for Tyler.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they've known each other for ages. And it's just like they all grew up together. And like that's the kind of thing where it's like build up with your friends. Like reach across and be like, hey, we're working on stuff. Let's do this together, as opposed to I'm gonna reach up and grab the star and hope that they can slingshot me. No, babe. Like your peers have these creative minds, they have these ideas, they just don't have the momentum, they don't have the collaborative efforts, because all the projects we do, it's a group effort. Like we're doing a Halloween party, which we'll plug again because that plug was not actually in the show. We're doing a Halloween party, but it's a lot of different pieces. It's us, it's Kings, it's Tamba, it's some of our friends in the committee. Like we're all coming together and doing this one thing. It'll be this massive project that none of us could have done on our own. None of us even thought about doing on our own because...
it's better to join forces.
Yes.
Strength in numbers, really.
You need all the materials to build a table. We talk about building a table, but you got to get materials. Like I got a hammer. I don't have any wood. Nicole's got the nails. We got to get together and do the things together. So I love that they did this together. I know we pivoted to Tyler Creator on a Frank Ocean pivot, but that's who we are as people.
But I think it's all like they were all in that same kind of orbit, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like they were all kind of in the same, they're all in the same galaxy.
Absolutely.
Like they're all in the same galaxy, so I feel like it's fitting. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna go with Thinking About You as my second pick because I mean, it was probably, within reason, it was probably one of the more popular songs from the album. I especially remembered the vine of the little girl singing, a potato flew around the room. It was like a potato.
And then it goes faster and they're just screaming.
So shout out to Vine. Rest in peace.
Okay, so that's another powerful pick. Like, you got hands.
No,
you got hands.
It's just, listen, we all win with Frank Ocean's
Truly.
music.
I think I'm going to pivot away from one of my initial choices going to be and go with Lost. I'm going to go with Lost.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Now you're lost in the thrill of it all.
Yeah.
Because
Smart.
who isn't a little bit lost? And at that time, let me tell you about it. I was 2012. I was 21 years old, and that was around the time. Did I ever tell you about the time that I got usurped from my fraternity?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a hilarious story now, but it wasn't that funny in the moment. So it's relevant to this.
Even if it wasn't, I wasn't gonna stop you.
We'll tell the story anyway. So.
Yeah.
I came out of the closet when I was 16, and I always had this image. I watched a lot of TV, I read all the books. I'm like, I'm going to go to college and reinvent myself like that. But when I put my mind to something, I just do it. Like, people will say a thing, I'm like, I'm never going to, like, no. I walked in there, I'd be like, all right, cool. So what's a thing that I would have never done, and I have the opportunity to do it now? Like, if this is once, you got to do it right. So I got to college. My roommate was like, let's join a fraternity. And I'm like, ew, I'm black and gay. Y'all are going to bash me. Like, I've seen enough videos to know how this goes down. It's a liberal arts college in Texas, but it was very much just like, I like being alive. Like, I'm really trying to maximize this life. I didn't ask to be here, but I'm going to do what I can. Have you ever seen the TV show Greek?
No, I did not watch it. I know it was on ABC Family. It was big.
And
it was big.
That show actually was the reason I said yes to even going to Rush Week, because I knew the shit was free. I knew Rush Week was free. For our Australian listeners who have never engaged with fraternity life, or our American listeners who just don't know fraternities, with Fraternity Recruitment Week, like Rush Week itself, is when you're basically getting courted by a bunch of straight men. They're courting you. They'll take you ice skating. They'll take you paintball. They'll take you to a pizza party because they're trying to recruit you. They're like, hey, girl, come over here. Come invest in us. So I did that. It was great. It was fun. But I ran into these guys who were almost exactly like the fraternity in Greek, the Misfits.
Oh,
and
I love that.
they were just like, I didn't even know they were a fraternity. They were just so chill and so welcoming, and the opposite of what I thought a fraternity was. And I'm like, anytime if I have a buy-in, I'm doing everything. So when I found out that I got in and they had 15 members, as opposed to our campus had 35,000 people, most chapters had 60 to 100 people in their chapter. So when I got initiated, the same 10 people I saw, when I realized that was the whole chapter, and I'm like, that's unacceptable. We are better than this. So I threw myself into everything. I was always in Greek life. I joined New Student Orientation. I was in student government. I was in the programs board. Like, I became the face of the fraternity, and I was just recruiting people left and right. And the issue with that is because in college, the first person you connect to, that first person you meet, they're like, that's my person. So I ended up recruiting like 30, 40 people to the chapter, and it was like 50% people that were not there for me, but there because of me.
Okay.
So when we began voting for things, like, I had a big voting power. Like, if I was like, I'm doing this, there are a lot of people who also followed that energy. Like, oh yeah, we are also voting that way. Which, I mean, I didn't see a problem because I had great ideas. But there was a point when I became new member educator, and I was basically educating them on the rules. Like, this is the rules from the chapter. This is how things should be done. Like, we should be learning these things. We should be philanthropic. We should be having these energies and ideas. And at the time, I had never been in a leadership position before. I'm not used to people listening to me. And so I was like, oh, we're going to do this. I was going to do that. And someone's like, what about this idea? I was like, nope. I was not having anybody else's thing. So I was like, let's go. And so there was essentially a moment where I was running for office again. And it went into like a double deliberation because the vote kept being tied, of the rest of chapter being like, we don't want that anymore. And it was this whole back and forth thing. And I only went for that one office. And when I was removed, there was like, I had this whole crisis to be like, oh, was this a bad idea? Was this trying to build this to be better? Like, no, it wasn't a bad idea. It's just that I wasn't doing it as a we. It was like, I want to do this. I am doing this. And at that point, when this album came out, I was like, okay, so I tried to help here and it didn't work. And I was like, is it because I am bad, or was it the method that was bad? And one of my friends pulled me aside, funnily enough, an 18-year-old was telling me at 21, was like, it's not that you're bad, it's like, this method was not right here.
Oh, okay.
This energy was not right here, but your energy is still needed in other spaces. Because at a certain point, I was like, oh, I'm lost. Do I give up? Do I quit? So lost really resonated with me because I was lost in the thrill of it all. I'm like, wow, this power, this energy, I'm making changes, I'm doing good. But it wasn't with everyone. I wasn't bringing everyone with me. I was like, dragging bitches down the road, and it was a great life lesson. Like, in the moment, I was pissed. So I was like, how dare you? I'm trying to help you, you ungrateful son of a... But in the moment, I'm like, oh, no, I was just lost. And like, without that experience, and that's also why I say people need to be having extracurricular activities. They need to be engaging with community and be working together. Because you can study whatever, but you don't know how to work with people. You're going to bulldoze everybody and then be like, oh, none of my friends want to be here. Okay, let me just stop. So lost.
Nice. Let's see. What am I gonna? Yeah, but it's like that's also what these learning experiences.
Yes,
are for,
absolutely.
Aren't they? Okay, let's see. Oh man. So with my last pick,
Fertilizer, I'll take bullshit if that's all you got.
oh my God. Sorry, I just saw. I'm not picking white, but I just saw John Mayer's name, and I was like, wow, that really brings me back. Yeah. And then I remember, and I have like a weird relationship with Forrest Gump, just because I remember him performing it on the Grammys when everybody was really excited for him to perform on the Grammys. And he was sitting there playing the keyboard, and it was like a video of his legs running underneath it. And
So, like, it was just his torso, and he was sitting, but the legs were...
correct. It was very interesting.
What an artistic choice.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Sorry, Frank. I know. I'm
He's
like,
not listening.
I mean, like, sorry,
I know you're
Frank.
not listening.
Yeah, I think that. Okay, I'm gonna go with Pink Matter. Yeah, because you can never go wrong with Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Like, really.
That was a very solid choice, yeah.
Like, it's just. I think so. Yeah, we'll just lock that in. Like, we'll just yeah. Because it's weird, because for some reason my brain believes Novocaine is on this album, but it's not.
Novocaine
It's
is
not.
on the Nostalgia Ultra, which is
Gotcha.
only listed as a single. Like, Nostalgia Ultra is not available anywhere streaming, but you can get, like, the singles like Swim Good and Novocaine.
Yeah.
And, yeah, no, those, if I
Yeah.
could, Swim Good and
Novocaine's
Novocaine are
very
quite
cool.
up there for me. So
Yeah.
you're
Said
locked
she
in on
really
Pink
be
Matter.
model real bad. You know what? I wish people would sing Novocaine at karaoke.
I mean, we could do it.
I wish more people would sing Novocaine at karaoke.
You should have a karaoke birthday party.
Listen,
It's
write
very
it down.
easy.
I might as well have it, because we haven't done it in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And by haven't done it in a couple of years, I mean celebrating my birthday. Celebrating my birthday. Because she's been busy. Usually it's around Fringe time, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it can't happen, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I wish more people would sing Novocaine. Yeah.
So because it's the final choice, I'm torn between three, actually. So this album it's a very full album.
Very
and
stacked.
I honestly think there's maybe only 2 songs that I would skip, but I don't even skip it because it's a full story. Like, I don't even think
Which
about.
song would you skip?
I don't really like Monk. Doesn't really pop up in my head for anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Obviously, Fertilizer is short, and Not Just Money's
That's
not really
only
a song.
What, like 40 seconds, 30
yeah,
seconds?
they're all very short songs, but I'm torn between, and I think I know what I'm going to pick already, but I'm going to talk it through anyway.
Okay, cool.
I'm torn between Sweet Life,
Ooh, yes.
Bad Religion, and Crack Rock.
Damn. Okay.
Crack Rock. I've actually decided it's going to be Bad Religion.
Oh, okay.
Only because I think Bad Religion was just so quintessentially the queer experience of having a crush on a straight man.
Oh,
It's like,
not on trade.
right. It's a bad religion being in love with someone who doesn't love you. And I'm like, yeah, especially in college. At a liberal arts college in Texas, there's a lot of DL trade in those fraternities, so let's wake that up.
There's still a lot.
Even to this day, there's still people who be like, I'm not gay, I just like to get my dick sucked. I'm like, but listen, who doesn't?
Who don't?
Who doesn't? But
Be gay.
Right, just be gay. But like, if you're only getting your dick sucked by one particular clientele regularly, and you don't seem to like it when someone else does it, then
Just be gay.
just be gay. It's okay. Just let it happen. Like, no one's gonna judge you. We're here. Welcome to the doors. Let your dick suck it.
Suck the dick. Get your dick sucked.
No teeth though. But no, I think Bad Religion is just like such a. I can't listen to Bad Religion without like imagining holding a glass of whiskey, be like, if it brings you to my knees, it's Bad Religion. Ooh, unrequited love. To me, it's just a one-man club. I can never make him love me.
Sing.
And then he goes, ah! So bad.
Amazing.
It's absolutely Bad Religion for me.
Yeah, nice.
But such a prolific album. And I don't like saying that because like that's some people use it over and over. But like,
I think that's all right.
easily one of my favorite albums of all time. So I'm like,
Yeah.
great choices. I think you beat my ass, but we'll see. We'll see what
You know what? These diva draft picks are to be fun and bringing these albums that we know and love like back into the circulation and discussion. And it's also nice seeing people fight in the comments.
It is. It's
not nice, but you know what I mean. No, it's entertaining.
It shows that they're invested. Like
because y'all gonna cuss us out every time for
every
missing
single
something.
time. It's like you didn't say that. Like knowing damn well we only have 6 choices and an album has like 15, 20 songs. You're like, you didn't pick the song I wanted. It's on site, and I'm like, thanks for the engagement. You're welcome.
Run up, get done up, ho. Like, please.
Whenever you have your podcast, when you intro the podcast pitch something like that. We'll be like, and then we're going to hide up in those comments and be like, as soon as you post something, like, where's this thing?
Exactly. We're going to start podcast fight club.
I mean, don't rule it out because
Listen, I'm a citizen now. I used to be afraid of getting into a fight because I didn't want to get kicked out. But now that things are secured, I'm going to start swinging on these hoes. Like I am.
Throw in the first chair. Fade in the water part 2.
Absolutely. Exactly. The Alabama brawl. For real, for real.
Oh, so good. But to recap, I've chosen Super Rich Kids, Lost, and Bad Religion.
Awesome. And my choices are Pyramids, Thinking About You, and Pink Matter.
So we're going to put those up on the interwebs and let y'all fight it out. But I do want to circle back to our Halloween party because we've talked about it before. I think we have lightly mentioned it before, but now that in the last 10 weeks, we've locked in a lot of things. We've locked in all of our artists. We've locked in all of our DJs. Yep. We are stacked to the T. We're getting endorsements. We're getting sponsorships. Like, I'm really excited. Like, I'll still plug the show, but I just want to take a moment and be like, we're doing that shit. Like, we're creating, we're like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever we're doing now, it didn't feel possible. Yep. But it's that audacious step. It's that first step to be like, I want to try this. Not I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Yeah. If you asked us a couple years ago, would you have been like, I'm going to be starting my own comedy show. I'm writing my own one-woman show. Like, what would you have predicted this life for yourself?
I mean, like, so Halloween is something that's like deeply ingrained into me and my life. When I had first moved to Australia, I came here in August and I threw a Halloween party at Kaz Raytop's Dirty Secrets downstairs. Only a month or 2 after arriving. So the fact that we are going to be having a Halloween party of like a larger venture and more forces like colliding, I think it's just like the natural progression of things. Like I think that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing because we've attended a few Halloween parties here and great effort. Good on y'all for
Yeah, I think participation trophies should still be a thing.
Boots, but
like you said, it was ingrained. Like we grew up with this. Like this is our shit. So coming here Halloween. And being like, it's okay, like it's fine, but they don't know any differently.
Yeah, they don't know because I think it kind of goes back to your first point of like tall poppy syndrome. I think sometimes it's not even so much as tall poppy syndrome and people don't want to be seen doing so well. People don't want to be seen having too much fun here.
Yes.
I feel like, I know that's like some Aussies gonna be, oh, no. And I get that, but you know what I mean, right?
Let them argue in the comments. I think being perceived is so hard for people because, like, dressing up, like performing, being out there,
putting effort,
being seen trying is so it's not cool. Like it's cringe, it's not acceptable. But at the same time, the people who are having the most fun are the people who don't give a shit.
The people who don't give a shit. The people who are going full out. The people who are like, you know what? I might as well have fun with this. And I think that's what Halloween is all about. If you kind of just go like, oh yeah, we'll just do this and it'll be fine. It's like, no,
put your pussy in it.
Put your put the mighty moose knuckle gorilla grip.
Excellent soundboard use.
Thank you. I needed one. I needed to get one on the board. Just go for it. Have fun. And I think this Halloween party is about going all out rather than just being like, oh, I guess we'll do this. Because I know that Halloween also falls in with, what is it? Is it Melbourne Cup?
Melbourne Cup, yeah.
So it's like there's two sides of the culture here. The ones that are really into horse racing and that side of things, and then there's people who aren't into it and don't want anything to do with it. So we want to have this other side of like Halloween and celebration and having a good time and being your most creative self. I feel like people don't really get too many opportunities to be creative here unless you're a creative yourself. Yes. Understandable if that's your livelihood, that's your life. But we're trying to provide opportunities of creativity to people who don't necessarily have a creative outlet.
Yes.
We want to see you dress up in costume. Please come through.
Bring back whimsy. Bring back whimsy for sure.
Whimsy.
And I wanted to point out the Venn diagram between Cup Day and Halloween parties is ketamine.
Ooh. That's so funny. That's hilarious. That is so funny. That is funny. That's amazing. Like, that's a good joke. That is a good joke.
You can have it.
No. I won't take a bit, but that is a good ass joke.
Oh, but no, like we love Halloween, and I'm just really excited because similar to you, like when you first got here and doing Halloween parties, I moved here on Halloween 2017, and at my hostel they like threw together a Halloween party, and like it was okay.
Half-assed.
It was a hostel, but
Half-baked.
at the same time, I remember so many like different parties back in America. Like it was a whole ordeal, and to have gone to when I got to Australia the first time, I came to Circuit in 2016 when Molly's didn't even exist yet. It was still a sex on premises place upstairs. Like people were fucking upstairs, and now they're dancing. Sort of. So
I was trying to see if there was a button on here. Then I was
the
like,
crickets.
And the only one fitting was rim shot, but I feel like that's a little too on the nose.
Let
Continue.
her have it. But no, for like 10 years later to have gone from walking the circuit being like, wow, this place is so cool. Like the idea of Australia being like this massive idea and like the possibilities are endless to running the venue, running upstairs and downstairs with some of my friends and just like having a big ass party. Like for us to have sold 50 tickets in the first week with no promo was crazy. Like we've done 4 events already and like it's been good, it's been great. Australians tend to wait for things. Like they like to wait last minute, but to have got that at the start, this is going to sell out. And that's it's such a point of pride because there's plenty of times when people are like, no one needs this thing. There's been people like, why would you need that? Why do you need this podcast? Why do you need these events? And the need is there. People show up. People show up to our events on a Sunday in the middle of winter.
Totally.
They're going to show up when they feel welcome. So authentically and loudly being like, this is for y'all. Anyone is welcome, but this is for the niggas.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
For the niggas.
Right.
This is for the real niggas. I mean, because it's like if you're not into it, that's okay. You ain't gotta come. We don't want you there anyways. Because we want people who are there who want to have a good time, who want to be in a space where they can just be their most authentic self, be free, be fun. Go for it. Like nothing bad is gonna happen. You're gonna be in a place that's a safe space that is just going to be a celebration of who we are. So I'm really excited for it.
Me too.
Is that the poster over there?
Yes.
Cool. Yes. Because I
like,
saw it rolled up. And I was like, yay. Ta-da! And shout out to our girl Marley. Shout out to DJ Fresh Princess, who is going to be
performing there as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was going to be the list.
No, it's not. It's I put it out too because
I thought this was going to be the lineup, but it's the 2 posters.
But I do have the lineup memorized because
good.
I've talked about it so many times. We have 6 incredible performers and 4 DJs to have. Like obviously we'll be emceeing the night.
Yes.
But we also have Nefertiti performing for us. We have Juicy. We have D Flowers, Cerulean, Lemon Pepper Baby, as well as Foxy Brown. And for the DJs, Fresh Princess, Glow, Tavanga, Edson Garcia. We have an all-black lineup because we wanted it to be the Halloween that we wanted. We wanted to also take up all the black talent to be like, what y'all gonna do?
Exactly.
There will be no party better than this because we got all the people.
And we've done the research. We know that it's not going to be another party better than this.
Right. We know.
And that's why we're calling it Black O-Lantern.
Yes, a little play on Jack-o'-lantern because who doesn't love a good name? Who doesn't love a good name? And I'm just so excited. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for the show. I'm grateful for what we have going and what's going to be going forward otherwise. Yeah. That's pretty much all that I had.
Awesome.
Do you have anything that you want to...
Yeah, no, because it's just, I'm glad we're doing our own Halloween party because we don't really get spooky season here.
No.
In Australia. The closest thing that we came to spooky season was me going down to Tasmania for Dark Mofo. And
love a transition.
Which was cute. It was cute. It was fun because it was like bonfires and like hot apple cider and hot cocoa, and I was just like, it was just nice to like kind of go and just like have a good time with friends. And I had never been down to Tasmania before. Man, that hoe was so cold. It was so cold.
I mean, it's a stone's throw from Antarctica.
Man,
so.
oh man, it was so cold down there. And that's also where Neil the seal is from. Shout out to Neil. Shout out to that big ass seal who be coming on shore and wrecking people's shit. That's so funny.
Icon.
So funny. 1 ton icon. Neil the seal. But it was cute to see it. It was cute to see Tasmania. And it was awesome to be like, wow, I'm probably like the first in my bloodline to like step foot on this shore.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I love that mindset, being like, I'm the first to do X, because realistically, none of us were over here. Our people are not doing this.
I mean, like, because I was like really thinking about it, and it really wasn't that diverse of an event. Not that I was expecting it to be that, but it was like interesting. Yeah, it was like interesting to see it. So if you ever had the chance to like go to Hobart, I think she's cute for a nice weekend. I think she's cute for a nice weekend. I know the people there were probably a bit tired of having so many people invade. I did want to get new friends though at one point. They were amazing. I love them dearly and desperately. We went to this one museum called the Mona Museum, which is like this art collection of the billionaire. I didn't know this until we got to the island, because I wasn't trying to go to no billionaire island. I heard what happens on those kind of places.
They don't want our people.
Oh, I didn't know. But we got there, and first of all, it was architectural feat, because it was like the museum was like drilled into the ground. Like, it was very, very cool. However, there was a machine there that was, how do I explain this? It was like the human digestive system. Like, it was a reconstruction of the human digestive system. And for some reason, my brain could not wrap my mind around it. But my girl Ose and my girl Steph were like, well, at 2 p.m., we have to be there for the machine to poop. And I'm just like, oh, okay, 2 p.m. This is when this event is happening. And then we get there. We're there at the end of this machine. And then, like, there's, like, and the room is filled with people.
Excited for the poop.
I'm just excited for this. And I'm, like, again, not understanding what is going on. And there was a lot of people behind us. And so we were like, let's get up to the front. And then we were down on our knees because we didn't want people to not be able to see behind us. And then an alarm starts going off. It's like, meh, meh. And then the machine starts, like, and then there was a smell that was so awful. It made me reconsider everything in that moment. I was like, how did all of my life's decisions build up to this moment? And I was like, I have to get out of here. And the only person who had sense was Adriano. Adriano was like, I don't really want to see this. I feel very uncomfortable. And I should have taken that as a hint. And I should have been like, Adriano, you're right. But there I was on my knees getting farted in the face by a robot. And I was like, that's it.
I was taking it too far.
Too far. Too far. I was torn up. I was so mad. I literally left myself voice notes being like, Nicole, you need new friends. You trust these people too much. I was cussing them all out because I just couldn't believe it that I trusted them. So, yeah, I trusted them so much.
We were rooting for you. We were all
rooting for you. But then the best part was like going outside and like sitting on these bean bags and just looking at the blue sky and just having a nice, lovely time. And like I said, we don't really get spooky season here. Mm-hmm. So it was nice to have like a little bite of that during the year, especially in the pits of winter.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested in going to Dark Mofo, like not that exhibit. Hopefully that's gone by the time we go. But
it was at the Mona Museum, so if you don't want to, I wouldn't blame you. It was a very interesting. It was very macabre. Yeah, macabre. Yeah, macabre. So it was like very dark and a lot of like death focus, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like y'all are leaning into it, but it was also very
I think they were trying to keep people away from Tasmania. It's one of the things like, we love it. Stop coming here, tourists. We're a death cult. Stop.
Yes.
No, stop.
Yeah, it was really interesting, but then there was like also like the burning of this effigy, which was like this large lizard called the Uga Uga.
I love the burner thing.
And you write your fear on a piece of paper and you feed it to the lizard, and then at the end of the festival they burn it on fire. And I don't know. It's great when you get to go with a group of friends who are just as silly and as loud as you, and so you just get to have like a really good time. And it was so nice not having to do anything productive as well. Oh. I was just like, I just needed some fun, silly time. I need to schedule it more.
Yeah, you honestly, like, and that's one of the things I've been forcing myself to do. Having made my own schedule, like, there's literally 2 hours. Is like silly time. It's like I just call it free time. Like, do what you want. Like, you could be on your phone, you could read a book, you can go for a walk. But it's like I have to remind myself to eat. I've got a breakfast block, a lunch block, an editing block, an admin block, a silly block.
Yeah,
you got a weed block in there as well because you gotta up your vitamins.
It's legal.
Yeah, it's legal.
But yeah, I would highly recommend for any of you out there to find some time for yourself when you can, and you don't have to justify it. Just find some time for yourself to just have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because rest is a requirement. Like the reward for rest is you being alive.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm alive. I survived XYZ. I'm going to have a little treat. I'm going to have a little rest. I'm going to be a little silly.
Yeah. Life is dark and full of terrors, so take the light when you can.
Yes, the horrors persist, but so do we.
Yay.
So I'm very excited. I'm actually not going to give a teaser for the rest of the season because we usually do hey, we got this, we got a bunch of cool shit coming for y'all, and it's very exciting. I almost said it anyway. I'm so excited for this. Shut up, Ri'chard. Be mysterious for once. I'm trying to do this thing where I move inside. I was trying to be mysterious. I'm doing this, and I'm having a surprise drop next Tuesday at 3. Look out for it. And
surprise drop, please. That's so funny.
But no, again, as always, thanks for rocking with us. We have a lot of cool events coming up, and we have our huge volunteer team also just helping and making committees go through. So this is a great pivotal moment for us in our careers and our personal, professional lives. And I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to do it and excited for what's next.
Awesome.
But until next time, I'm Ri'chard.
And I'm Nicole.
And this has been Melanated in Melbourne.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
This has been Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast that analyzes the Australian lifestyle from the lens of 2 Black American besties. Visit us at melanatedinmelbourne.com or follow us on Instagram to send us your comments or questions. Thank you for listening.